right, good afternoon, everyone. We'll give it a few more moments and we will go ahead and get started. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the State Treasurer's Office webinar series, Inside the Vault, Resources for Local Leaders. My name is Christian Daly, and I'm the STO's External Affairs Manager. If this is your first webinar with us, welcome. And to those that have joined us before, welcome back. A few housekeeping notes before we get started. This webinar is being recorded and it will be made available afterwards. The information shared today will be sent to all in attendance and also to those that have registered. And finally, we encourage you to drop your questions, if you have them, into the chat. We have a treasure trove of information lined up for you. As we move through today's webinar, you will hear about an update on some of our programs and other initiatives, as well as learn about two great resources within our office, learning something new that can benefit those that you serve or even your own household. As always, we hope you have a eureka moment, like a California-specific aha moment. This webinar will be as interactive as it is informative, as we have a few polls for you to engage with us. With that said, let's open up this vault. Okay, we have our first poll question here. If you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go? So teleportation, one of my top 3 superpowers I wish I had. But let's see the choices. So it could be a tropical beach, a mountain cabin, an international city, maybe Paris or Singapore, or even back to bed. So let's see. The answers are coming in. And it looks like we have a majority already. Most of us have said tropical beach. Well, I would say this, pack your sunscreen. But until we unlock teleportation technology, we're glad that you beamed into today's webinar. On to our next poll. All right, how does your agency or organization stay informed about state financing programs and resources? Our poll is up. So is it through training or networking? Let's see. Okay, answers are coming in. And they are shifting. I thought we had a majority, but I guess too close to call. Okay, looks like we have a, oh, see, I spoke too soon again. Looks like state newsletters and online portals have the majority here, and that's very insightful. As we'd all agree, taking advantage of programs and resources can definitely be a path to opportunity and success for individuals and communities at large. Okay, so I want to share with you what's new in the STO. And first, we'll start off with Go Green Financing. The Go Green Home Program will provide $9.9 million for loans to low-income households in disadvantaged and low-income communities for the installation of energy-efficient heat pump, HVAC, or water heater systems, and other energy-efficient upgrades. The $9.9 million is a part of $30 million in funding from a California Energy Commission program aimed at expanding Californians' access to efficient electric measures. Go Green Home is available for both homeowners and renters. Next, looking at grant supporting small business development, the STO awarded $15 million in grants to Community Development Financial Institutions, or CDFIs, if that rings a bell to you, to support small business development throughout the Golden State through the California Investment and Innovation Program, administered by the California Pollution Control Financing Authority, which is chaired by a Treasurer Ma. CalIP addresses the needs of communities that are underserved by traditional banking institutions. These grants will go on to support small businesses, of course, community development projects and services, affordable housing programs, and to engage the underbanked, to name a few areas. Looking at the LA wildfire recovery. So, the LA wildfire was a devastating start in 2025, affecting individuals, families, and businesses in our communities within Los Angeles County. Treasurer Ma and the STO sprang into action to help the victims of the fires by creating the Wildfire Recovery Resource Guide. This guide is regularly updated to provide affected Californians with the information needed to both recover and rebuild. We're going to drop the link to our resource guide into the chat. You can also access it by visiting our website, treasure.ca.gov, and clicking on Wildfire Recovery Resource Guide. If you or someone you know has been affected by the fires, please take a moment to review this resource guide and pass it along to someone who can benefit from it. And lastly, I want to share about our specialty dental clinic grant program. At the end of February, the STO announced the approval of $47.2 million in grant funding from this special program. Administered by the California Health Facilities Financing Authority, which is chaired by Treasurer Ma, the program is designed to expand access to dental care for special health care needs populations across the state. The 13 awards will help ensure that these Californians with special healthcare needs will receive vital services in communities within Northern California, Southern California, the Central Valley, and also the Central Coast. All right, time for another poll, everybody. So we have a question up on the screen and the poll is up. How would you rate your current knowledge on public finance? Would you say you're a beginner or maybe you're an expert? Well, let's see. Okay. Our responses are coming in. We'll give it a few more moments as the polls are shifting. All right. Well, a majority of you have said that you have an intermediate knowledge on public finance. Well, our next presenter will share some information that can help you climb the ladder of public finance knowledge. I would now like to pass it to Robert Berry, Executive Director of the California Debt and Investment Advisory Commission. Robert?
All right, well, thank you, Christian. First, I'll provide you some brief background on CDAC, and then Trista Zepeda, my colleague at CDAC, will give you a short tour of our education portal. This is a free source for online, on-demand public finance education. CDAC's mission is to improve the practice of public finance in California by providing information, education, and guidance to the California public finance community on the topics of prudent borrowing and administration of debt and the investment of public funds. Next slide, please. So our mission is carried out through three core disciplines. First, we collect and distribute detailed data and information on every instance of borrowing by an entity of state or local government at the point of issuance, and then each year after that debt until the debt is repaid. Secondly, we conduct research and produce a variety of published resources and online reference guides on debt issuance and public investments. And then lastly, we produce, in cooperation with subject matter experts and government finance peers, a variety of educational programs for public finance officials and also elected officials. Next slide, please. So focusing in on education, CDAC produces and delivers education in three different ways. First, we produce in-person, multi-day classroom-style educational seminars built on fundamental and more advanced debt and investment curricula. We actually have a program upcoming April 8th and 9th in Costa Mesa on fundamental and evolving elements of municipal disclosure. And I believe Christian has put a link to that information about that program in the chat. We also produce several webinars every year on a variety of topical debt and education and investment subjects. And then lastly, we provide a library of on-demand education through our education portal. And the courses within the portal consist of previously aired webinar content and CDIAC developed computer courseware. Next slide, please. So in the education portal, we have 3 types of course content that we have tagged with these subject matter labels. First, we have Elect Ed. This is computer courseware that has been developed specifically for elected officials that may not have deep public finance experience. We have an 8-module series of short courses on debt issuance and administration, and a 2-module series on public pension management. Then we also have several dozen webinar replays on debt topics under the Debt Ed label, and then investment topics under the Invest Ed label. So the advantage of the Ed portal is it provides a really well-organized single access point to this educational content, and it allows learners to engage in courses at their own pace and direction. And then lastly, it tracks progress and certifies your completion electronically. So I know I ran through that quickly, but to provide you with a better view of these features and others within the Ed portal, I'd like to turn it over to Trista Zepeda, and she'll provide you a short tour. Trista?
Hello, everyone. I will go ahead and pull up my screen. Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you to you all for joining us today. I'll be taking you through a short tour of CDIAC's education portal. You can access that on CDIAC's homepage, but if you are starting from the Treasurer's Office homepage, you can click on Programs at the top of your screen, California Debt and Investment Advisory Commission, and then the Education Portal button will be on the left-hand side of your screen. We do also have a public course catalog available if you would like to see which courses are available before you register your free account. So if you'd like to access that, you can click on Education and then scroll down to the On-Demand Education section, and then the link to our Ed Portal course catalog is right there. But I'll go ahead and log into the Ed Portal. So after logging in, you're first taken to your learner dashboard. It looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and navigate back to the course catalog, which is home to 45 courses with content continuously added. There are also learning paths available, which group courses into a series in an intended order of progression. You can use the search bar to search for keywords like environment, for example, or you can also filter by content type, which I will do now to show learning paths only. And then I will go ahead and enroll in our Elect Ed Debt Issuance and Administration series for elected officials. So once you click on it, it will open the learning path details, including its description and a course list. So once you're ready, you can click Enroll. And now you can begin the first course in the series. So I will open up Module 1, Why Do Public Agencies Use Debt Financing, by clicking Start Now. And now we are in Module 1. To open the course content, I'll click Start one more time. And then you just watch the series of short videos, answer the quiz questions, and pass with 80% or better to earn a certificate of attendance. Don't forget to click Save and Exit at the top right of your screen before you close any of your courses. For the Elect Ed learning path, you can either earn certificates of attendance for individual modules or a certificate of recognition signed by Treasurer Fiona Ma for completing all 8 modules in the Elect Ed series. Certificates of attendance are available after completing any of our courses in the Ed portal and are accepted by many governing entities as certifiable. So if you'd like more information on continuing education credit, you can visit our website. Your certificates can be accessed immediately after completing a course or in your My Learning tab at the top of your screen. This will show your course history to date, including courses not started, in progress, and completed. If you'd like to download a certificate from a previously completed course, you can just click on it. Click on Download Certificate right here. And then certificates look a little something like this. And then going back to where we started, our homepage, This shows you the courses and learning paths you are currently enrolled in but have not completed yet from the course catalog. And then Catherine, if you'd like to pull up those slides again. And then you can go to the contact us slide. Perfect, thank you. In the future, the Ed Unit does intend to make our live webinars accessible from the Ed portal. So if you would like to keep updated on our educational programming and future renovations to the Ed portal, please subscribe to our mailing list. That is the tinyurl.com/CDAC list link. But if you'd like any other additional information, you can use any of these means to reach out to us. So that's the Ed portal. Thank you so much for joining CDAC to learn about the free resources we offer California's public finance community. And thank you so much to the State Treasurer's Office for having us on today's webinar.
Awesome. Thank you, Robert and Trista, for giving us a briefing on CDAC and also its Ed portal. If you have any questions, again, remember, drop them in the chat and we're happy to answer them a little later. Shifting gears to the business community, what do you think is the biggest barrier for businesses to take advantage of financial programs and incentives? Our poll is up and we are curious to know. Okay. Give it a few moments as our answers start to pour in. Polls are shifting, but there is a clear leader amongst the answers. But just a few more moments. Let's see. All right, looks like majority of you have said lack of awareness. Well, our next presenter will share some information on a great program creating opportunities for businesses and communities across California. I'd like to pass it to Christina Charron, Executive Director of the California Alternative Energy and Advanced Transportation Financing Authority. Christina?
Hi. Welcome, everyone. My name is Christina Charron. I'm the Executive Director of CATFA, and some of you may have seen or heard my name before. I've been with the Treasurer's Office for 30 years, and one of my previous jobs during the pandemic was as the administrator for the Local Agency Investment Fund. So during the pandemic, I may have called you and asked you where your deposit was. But today I'm in front of you to talk about my program, CATFA's Sales and Use Tax Exclusion Program, or STE. Can I have the next slide? So what is the Sales and Use Tax Program? It's a exclusion. It's, adequately named for certain manufacturers. It's up to $100 million available for 2025. It incentivizes manufacturing in California, and it targets upstream in support of California's 100% clean energy goals. Next slide. And who are those certain manufacturers? We have advanced transportation, which includes your zero emission vehicles and components of your ZEV green vehicles, and alternative source, your energy efficiency products, biofuels, biogas, renewable hydrogen, energy storage, and advanced manufacturing, aerospace, nanotechnology, biopharmaceuticals, and the last one, recycled feedstock, which is tire recyclers, materials recovery facilities, and composters. Next slide. How is the STE program different from other tax exclusion programs? To be honest, it's different because we actually figured out a way to calculate, or we didn't, we had a consultant who came up with it, but a net benefit to California. We look at the economic benefit, the fiscal benefit, the environmental benefit, determine what it is that, if we gave them the sales and use tax exclusion, what's the benefit to the state? Are you bringing jobs? Are you, what's the collateral support that you're going to provide for that? And so we've figured out a way to do that. We, once we've calculated what the manufacturer's proposed project provides to the state in a net benefit, we apply a 7.5 competitive criteria, including pollution benefits, unemployment score. So if where they're citing their project happens to be in an area that has higher unemployment, they get a few more points. There's a new job score. How many new jobs are you bringing to your area with your project? Project relocation or rebuild due to natural disaster. So if they're, if they had to rebuild or relocate due to a fire, storm, or earthquake, then they'll receive extra points. If their corporate headquarters are in California and the applicant doesn't qualify for the CDTFA manufacturing research and development equipment exemption, that's a long one. CDTFA also offers a partial manufacturing exclusion for manufacturers, but it's only partial. And if the manufacturer doesn't qualify for that, you get extra points with us. And then the last one is Emerging Strategic Industry List. It's a list that I myself put together, and if there's an industry that's on it, then you get extra points for being on it. And that currently includes lithium, geothermal steam, energy storage, semiconductors, and nanotech. And then in addition to this, we actually ask them to supply quarterly and annual updates, letting us know how the project's doing, so that when it gets towards the end, we can go back and quantify what it is they actually did bring to the state. Can I have the next slide? So what is the STE program impact? For 2020, between 2015 and 2021, our recent report that we had drafted estimated at 144 million net benefit to the state. And then analysis of the awardee data over the last 10 years showed that 255 million in STE awarded California received 226 million in equipment purchases, the creation of 1,770 new full-time employees, 507 million in supplier purchases, and generated 1.4 billion in additional sales. That's collateral sales due to the 255 million in STE we awarded. Next slide. And does your county have an STE project? So we have projects in 39 of the 58 counties, or 67% of the state. If you have a project in your county that you think might fit our program, please contact us. We are happy to meet with local leaders and manufacturers to discuss the program and if we are a good fit. And, STE might not be the only reason a manufacturer comes to California or decides to move to your county, but we can definitely be a substantial part of your capital stack. Next slide. This is one of our testimonials from a manufacturer. Oh, I can't hear the sound.
One moment.
Ooh, I hate dead air. So anyways, you can always, we have lots of information on our website and a direct link to our recent performance report also on our website. And if you just Google CATFA, are we ready?
Hi, I'm Nancy Erba, CFO of Infinera Corporation. Infinera is an optical, compound semiconductor manufacturing and telecommunications company that was founded 24 years ago in Silicon Valley, and where our headquarters remain today. With over 1,400 unique patents, we are known for our innovation and transformative contributions to the industry. Today, we develop and manufacture photonic integrated circuits, or PICs, at our fab in Sunnyvale, California. We are proud to have received the CATFA sales and use tax exclusion in 2024. We are currently in the process of building a new fab here in San Jose, where we expect to greatly increase our production capacity and add hundreds of jobs within the state. This new fab means that we will purchase a significant amount of unique manufacturing equipment and manufacturing tools. With the tax exclusion, we are able to invest more in California, more in our technology, our innovation, and most importantly, our people. As a native of San Jose, I'm personally very excited for our future in the state of California. We are so pleased to be a part of this state's economy, its technological leadership, and look forward to an incredible tomorrow.
So this is our contact information. There's a QR code to find our most recent STE performance report that has a lot of data about how well the program has done over the past 10 years. And then our STE website. We have currently, the most recent application period ended on January 30th. So we're reviewing those applications and we're going to make awards in June. Well, we'll be at the board meeting. The board will make the awards. So we'll be at the board meeting then. And I believe we'll have probably about $6 million in STE available to award for the second round. And that'll probably go live on July 1st. Can I have the next slide? And as I said earlier, my team and I are happy to meet with you or any potential STE applicants. And this is my contact information. You can also find me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks to the Treasurer's Office for allowing us to present.
Awesome. Thank you, Christina, for sharing that information for current and future businesses in the Golden State. Now, let's see if we have any questions from our attendees. And I've been keeping an eye on the chat. I didn't see any questions pop up, but I'll give it a few moments to see if there are any questions. Feel free to drop them in the chat. Okay. Well, for the sake of time, we'll move forward. But if you do have a question, feel free to reach out to us. And again, either to Robert and Sidiak or to Christina and CATFA, and they'll be happy to answer those questions. We do have a couple of questions for you. So we would love to know how we can better serve you and your respective communities, keeping these webinars tuned to meet your needs. So a poll is up, and we'd love to know which STO program area you would like to learn more about. We'll give it a moment for those results to come in. Again, I'm very grateful for your time and also your feedback, helping us to better serve you and you in part to better serve your communities. All right, looks like it's looking on the financial side, financial wellness, followed closely by economic development. Thank you very much for your feedback. Now, we'd also love your input on today's webinar. We're going to drop a survey link in the chat. So when it's in there, please open the link and provide your feedback. The link is there. It's a quick survey, only 3 questions. I'll wait about 20 seconds or so for you to find that. Click it and open it up. And again, we thank you for your feedback. So we'd like to thank you for your time joining us for our Inside the Vault webinar series. If you had a eureka moment and would like to partner with us to share this information with your community, email us at askfiona@treasurer.ca.gov. If you have any questions, we're just an email away. Visit our website to learn even more about our office and the resources available to you and your communities. And be sure to sign up for our newsletter, looking back to our second poll, to see our work around the state and to learn how our programs are being utilized. Lastly, be on the lookout for an email with information on the programs you heard about today and an invitation to our next webinar in June. So, thank you for the vital work that you do for your communities and for joining with us to improve the lives of Californians. Have a great day.